Mum and Dad, please don't fight. If episode 3 was an episode that left me emotionally drained from the pure anguish on screen, episode 7 is an episode that left me empty. Another stealthy episode that starts with a classic Succession scenario. It's party time. There's crap wine, powerful people, and an election around the corner. Let's mingle, have some fun, maybe there'll be a touch of conflict, not too much. And then Tom and Shiv walked onto a balcony. And the bottom of your stomach just drops out from the pure passionate pain. On top of this, there's a futile atmosphere as these characters remind you that they are selfish and unabashedly ready to lie and boast over trivial matters. Let's get into it, starting with Roman. If last week proved anything, it's that there's a lot of love for Roman in the audience. I get it. I was one of these people who championed him for the first 5 episodes of this season. However, 6 and 7 have been a rough time for Roman fans. He's spiraling out of control and is just not good at this. Roman tries to backtrack his mishandling of Jerry from last week, and she isn't having a bar of it. She's done with the company and the people who run it. Jerry finally states that she could have gotten Roman to the top.
I could have got you there. But nope.
And that's just the nail in the coffin. It's over for Roman. Not helping Roman's case at all is that he's entirely thrown his towel in with the fascists. Listen, it's never a good sign when Kendall, of all people, is the one being like, bro, you sure that you want to do that?
I don't know. Fuck that guy, right?
Macon?
I think, yeah.
This leads to Roman being unable to convince Connor to drop out of the election race, and Roman really loses his shit at Connor.
Con, man, eat the fucking carrot, okay? Everyone in this room thinks you're a fucking joke.
I think Roman can't wrap his head around the idea that Connor would actually care about something that isn't strictly logical, and it infuriates him.
So tell your wife to shut the fuck up, cover her shoulders, and pack a fucking bag for Oman, okay?
Bro.
I'm talking here. It's okay.
Easy.
Once again, when Kendall is the reasonable one, it's a bad sign. Speaking of Kendall, everything Kendall does, he does for his kids. He loves his kids.
You know, you have no idea the things I'm doing, the things I'm working on. 6 continents, okay? I'm breaking my back, and it's all for them.
Now, has anyone else we know ever said this?
Everything I've done in my life, I've done for my children.
Oh, yeah. Kendall continues down the path of victory at the cost of what made us all love Kendall. We get the dick-wagging contest of the century between Ken and Matsson, and it's gross. It's really icky, like, ugh, ick, yuck. It's tasteless, and has a real Elon Musk lack of self-awareness to it.
Love that shit.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. Well,
Love the deal.
woo! Love the deal.
Love the deal.
Come
Love
on.
it.
Come on. Come on, brother.
Love the deal. Yeah.
Mwah.
How Skarsgård and Strong are able to perform so many levels of self-deception is commendable. As in, they're playing characters who are putting on a showy act while also staying true to these in-show characters that they're performing. Get it? We get another Logan-esque play from Kendall as he gets Frank on board and evidently leaves his siblings in the dust.
Roman and Shiv?
Yeah, I don't know. Part of my plans. I love them, but not in love with them.
We've had a few of these scenes throughout the second half of this season. To me, this indicates we're either heading towards Kendall flat out winning, or a massive Kendall blow-up, one that he won't recover from. At this point, the only chance for Roman is if Kendall fails to ascend the Logan throne. Weirdly, the most poignant line for Kendall comes from Nate, of all people.
I'm not Gil. You're not Logan. That's a good thing.
I'll see ya.
That's Kendall's arc right there. Will Kendall plunge into the moral void, forever becoming his father? Or find some humanity in a calling elsewhere? Perhaps actually with his children? Now we start to head towards the big moment of the episode. Shiv being on Team Matsson is a good play, hands down. Get the deal through, get your money and any other power you can leverage. However, having doubts about your position at the last minute is poor form. Regardless of the botched numbers and second India, Logan had clearly spied this as a good deal. All Shiv needs to do is keep playing Matsson's side to come out on top against her siblings. Throughout the episode, she is leaking her brother's plans and gives Alex Skarsgård pretty great advice. But at the signal of slight turbulence, she immediately has doubts. Which is why she'll never be Logan and why Kendall is succeeding. With these doubts, Shiv looks for reassurance from the one and only mild spiced butter chicken Tom motherfucking Wambsgans. How many times do I need to say it? Tom's just a regular, tired guy. I haven't related more to a Succession character than him explaining how he's just so tired.
I'm tired, pre-tired. I'm tired of how tired I'm gonna be. Tired, it's a lot. I'm just a little tired. Okay, I'm tired.
But can't have coffee because it'll ruin his sleep and he'll have a worse tomorrow. Chef kiss.
Maybe drink a coffee. If I drink a coffee, then I won't be able to sleep later. Think, Greg.
I never could have guessed this would end up being the emotional crux of the episode. Tom's absolute disrespect at the firing of hundreds of employees over Zoom only made it more farcical, especially when the talk of the party was Tom getting fired. This tension all escalates into one brilliant scene between Tom and Shiv on a balcony. This is the emotional implosion and climax of their characters' relationship. It's daunting and horrible. It's Bergman's Scenes from a Marriage. It's Baumbach's marriage story. Except, we've spent 4 seasons with these characters. The knives are in deep, and it really hurts to drag them out. Last week, we got a version of this conversation, one that was well thought out, heartfelt, calm, and purposeful, that directly resolved the betrayal at the end of season 3 with potential reconnection. However, here we get something far more raw. This is the culmination of their marriage. These issues run deep. It's an evident lack of love. More so though, it's a failure to sincerely communicate. Ever. When you fail to express your true feelings and you suppress it over and over to avoid the harsh but true reality of your hollow relationship, eventually it comes out explosively in the worst possible version of that final necessary conversation. You say words that may be true to your feelings in the moment, but you don't mean it entirely. However, it's too late. You're going to regret it for the rest of your life. When Tom said Shiv would be an awful mother, that struck immeasurable damage.
You
made the right decision. Some people just aren't made to be mothers.
And I think you are maybe not a good person to have children.
That whole scene, I was clutching my TARDIS pillow, but it wasn't until the final whimpering they both gave that I lost it.
Well, that's not very nice to say, is it?
When the words got caught in their throats, it nearly broke me.
Feel good now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Tip top.
Because it's something everyone has experienced. When you're upset and hurt and you're trying so hard not to show it, to be able to just keep your cool and escape as if everything's normal. But you can't help it. Your words don't come out right and your face is betraying you. And you know, everyone knows. You just want to curl up into the fetal position and go away forever. To no longer exist due to a mountain of illogical shame at your own hurt. It's tough. Succession is often compared to Shakespeare with good reason. I mean, I've done it before.
It's, and not to sound like a hack, Shakespearean. Yet the show itself hardly takes the time of day to acknowledge this.
For me, there will always be a disconnect with Shakespeare's plays as they are set in the 1500s. You are and will experience the entire range of the human condition through Shakespeare's works, but it won't fix the high level of suspension of disbelief required due to their historical nature, which is fine. It's Shakespeare. However, Succession is contemporary Shakespeare, as here in 2023, on that balcony with Shiv and Tom, we the audience are trapped, feeling those emotions because they're far too close to our reality, they're far too relatable, even though, like Shakespeare, it's about sad, powerful people. Succession drops another superb, devastating episode in its final season. One that feels like it could be a finale if not for the lack of conclusion. The final scene of Tom just trying to get some sleep is fantastic. Whether it's the sun finally setting on this character, or the sunrise of a new chapter, a chapter where perhaps Tom burns it all down. In Succession, everyone is empty and full of bullshit. Yes, it seems like Kendall may win, but remember, that doesn't matter. This show has never been about winning. It's about broken, selfish humans destroying each other and racing to the rock bottom as they lose all of their humanity. This is yet another line in a tragedy. One that is steaming right on ahead to a depressing end for these characters. Characters that I care about. But can any of them meaningfully change? These last 3 episodes are left to answer that. Actually, the tragedy is that we don't get any more Succession.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe. See what my woman thinks about Oman.